Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
There is no end to the intrigue and quirkiness of the world and work of Nanaimo artist Rod Corraini, and today we're looking at his latest exhibit. A cabbie gets ripped off on a big fair, then gets a huge gift. Tasha is one of many cats looking for a forever home, and Mary's place a helping hand to get back on her feet. You are watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Rod Corraini is getting ready for an exhibit that's opening at the Electric Umbrella in the Old City Quarter on February the 15th, I believe it is. It's called A Bawdy of Work. Rod, you never know quite what to expect from his work. It's weird. It's a little bit crazy. Crazy as in the Robin Williams crazy and not the Charles Manson crazy. That's how he defines his level of crazy. We tend to agree here on Go Island. Looking forward to exploring a body of work with Rod Corraini later on this edition of Go Island. But we're going to start off today in Victoria. There's a cabbie there who got ripped off big time. You think it's tragic, but in the end, it was a very happy story to tell, and that's what Dan Kahn does next. Oktoberfest Abduction, 1936, one of the many pieces in Rod Corraini's latest exhibit called A Bawdy of Work. What's happening in this painting? There's a lot going on.
Well, it's kind of inspired by, I was watching science fictions as a kid, and KVOS TV usually had science fictions on Saturday afternoons, real bad ones. And my dad hated science fictions, but when he came downstairs and saw me watching this one where these aliens with their little backpacks on were abducting people, he said, it's too bad that we couldn't have their help when we were battling the Nazis in Arnhem. They could have just abducted them all and they could have walked in.
And that's what's happening here.
Yeah, I remember, I did all these alien abduction things, real tacky sort of little green men with jetpacks, and they're abducting clowns and zombies and various other things. And so I've got this little alpine village in the midground and the Alps in the background, and it's basically Oktoberfest. You've got the beer frau, and she's packing the beer, and the fellows with the lederhosen, and they're not obviously wearing lederhosen in this, but they've got their bratwursts and their knockwursts and their beer, and the big Oompapa band, which is a bunch of brown shirts. They're being all abducted by these little green men, and I pointed.
That's okay. That's okay.
The little ship's right there.
Now, it seems like a little bit of silliness, a little bit of chaos. Is there a serious message point that you're trying to get out?
No, I never really thought of a serious message at all. It's just, I guess the whole message is just, every once in a while we just have to put our brains on the hat rack and have some fun.
And is that where the title Bawdy comes in? Because I asked Rod when we first got here, what does bawdy mean? And it's sort of the Benny Hill meets bad B movies.
Yeah, it's like when you talk about a bawdy joke, it's a little raunchy, it's a little silly.
It's poking fun at something that we usually as a society take quite seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to have a look at some of these aliens and priests and nuns and little green men and zombies in love. Rod exhibit opens at the Electric Umbrella on February the 15th. It runs until March 14th. We'll be back with all of that and more after a short break. Still to come today, the date rape drug at Nanaimo nightclubs. Tasha loves her cuddles and has a lot to offer, and a Nanaimo woman knows firsthand how quickly it can all disappear.
Hello, I'm Bylaw Officer Wally Taylor with the City of Nanaimo. Did you know that there's over 22 parking lots and parkades in the downtown core?
A Bawdy of Work opens at the Electric Umbrella on February the 15th. There's lots of characters to meet in this latest exhibit from Rod Corraini, and some of them are little green men. What are these guys doing? What?
Well, it's all a part of my strange imagination. Like, people like have built this conspiracy theory fear thing about aliens and, you know, probing people and, you know, like creating mutant half-breeds and stuff like that. And they take it too seriously. And I used to watch these B-grade, Z-grade science fictions, and I'm basically giving it sort of the light look. I fell in love with lowbrow art. When I left university, I was doing what you'd call high art, you know,
Right.
conceptual
Ooh,
type
yes.
art, and I show in galleries like Open Space and in the Canadian Art Gallery down in Vancouver, like very conceptual galleries.
Right.
And then I started writing about art for the Nanaimo Arts Council newsletter, so I went and saw different types of artwork, and I kind of fell in love with lowbrow artists. Lowbrow artists like I Brain Eater and Mandad and various others. They'd take in the pop culture,
Right.
and it was always kind of funny. Like, there was no real heavy-duty message in it.
So this is an alien abducting a clown at a circus?
Yeah,
And it's that straightforward.
And you've got the bearded woman peeling a space alien off of him, and he's going, "Ah!" It's just
Okay.
stupid.
I'm a little bit scared to ask what is going on here because maybe it doesn't fit into our PG content. Am I right?
Well, maybe not, but you know, like if you watch a good old CBC series called Kids in the Hall, they had these fantastic skits on aliens, and there was one with Dave Foley, and he was like, they were giving these abductees probes, you know where probes.
Okay. All right.
And he says, I don't know why we've been doing these for the last 10 years. It seems that only 1 in 10 actually like it.
Oh, okay. We are just getting started. You're going to have to check out the show to meet some more of these aliens. There's these guys here. We've got the aliens in with some mummies, which is a bit of a lead-in to some zombies that we're going to meet a bit later on.
Oh, they're
And
vampires.
Vampires. Okay, we're going to meet some interesting characters in just a few minutes. It's time now, though, to throw things over to Crime Stoppers. We're very intentionally giving you just a small look at Rod Corraini's latest work. It's called A Bawdy of Works, and this is a part of it. This is Bjork, and she's being abducted by an alien. This is Lady Gaga, also being abducted by an alien, and this is Yoko Ono, also being abducted by an alien, and they're being taken home to another planet because, as Rod says, they kind of come from another planet. Anyways, we're going to show you a little bit more from A Bawdy of Work that is coming to the Electric Umbrella February 15th after we introduce you to a cat named Tasha who has a very special quality. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, A Bawdy of Work. We have some naughty nuns here. Is that what is happening?
Well, nuns and priests, like, they're generally smoking, taking the communion wine out in public, and girly watching or boy watching, you know.
Oh, okay, so they're definitely not behaving like priests and nuns.
Well, they're just taking a little time off.
Everybody needs
It's
a
a
break
tough
from
schedule.
the
It
routine.
really is.
It is.
It is like
That's me on the weekends.
Yeah.
What about this painting
well,
here?
that's another abduction piece. Like, it's the conquistadors being abducted. I call it Hola abduction.
Okay. And are you picking on any particular segment of society to be abducted? Like you've got it out for these guys and you hope they go away to another planet, or?
Well, the conquistadors weren't very nice, and some of them disappeared out in the jungle, and you kind of wondered what happened to them.
Okay,
Well,
maybe
it would be kind of nice that if the aliens took them up and had them probed.
Okay, now how do the zombies fit in? The zombies in love. Valentine's Day, after all, is not too far, and maybe we all like zombies, just do what we're supposed to do on Valentine's Day.
I used to like watching all the George A. Romero movies, and I saw 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, and I went into like parades, zombie parades, and I got sick of it. So I came up with this idea of zombies in love, and thinking that they're in love and they're dead. Like this one's called Just Married Long Dead.
And are they're sharing some brains here, are they, in the middle?
Yeah, they're sharing some brains, like at the soda shop, and they're taking vows in their coffins. They're having a romantic cycling together.
Right, pushing on the swing and his arm just happens to fall off.
That's it.
Oh, very neat.
It's more like the Fido zombie.
Yeah. Now, just quickly before we move on, there will also be some installations at Electric Umbrella.
Yeah, and they're very bawdy too. Some of them.
Okay.
Very very bawdy. BAWDY.
And you're going to be on site there for an opening when?
On the 15th from 7 to 9.
Okay, and you can hear all of the stories and the wonderful imagination and quirkiness that is Rod Corraini. You can experience it for yourself and see his work on the 15th from 7 until 9 at Electric Umbrella. We're going to throw things over now to a story that I did a little while back. It's called Mary's Place. Mary's Place is operated by the Island Crisis Care Society, and Shaw TV is participating for the 3rd consecutive year in one of their major fundraisers. It's called The Coldest Night of the Year. It takes place on February 22nd, and as a team, we are asking for your support. If you'd like to donate, any $5, $10, $500, every little bit helps. We have a $2,000 goal. As a collective team, you can go to thecoldestnightoftheyear.org, search Shaw TV, and donate to an individual or the entire team. We appreciate your support for us walking to support the Island Crisis Care Society on February the 22nd. Rod Corraini's A Bawdy of Works opens at the Electric Umbrella in the Heritage Muse Old City Quarter on Wesley Street, February 15th. He'll be in attendance there from 7 until 9. The exhibit will be hanging there right through until March the 14th. Thanks for watching Go Island. I think I'm almost on time. We'll see you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.